When you start the fight, the anima in the middle of the room disperses and ends up in the smallest of the anima golems spread around the room. Whenever a golem of any size is destroyed, the anima it contains jumps to the nearest non-broken, non-full golem. For our strategy, we did not use the large anima golems. Instead, we went straight into filling up the massive anima golems. To do this, we pulled the small golems one by one over to the massive golem. When the first small golem dies, the massive one becomes active and must be tanked. The small golems are pulled one by one, because first of all, they take 90% reduced damage from AoE. Second of all, whenever two small golems are close to each other, they enrage until they are separated. To keep the fight as clean as possible, each raid member tanks a small golem until it is emptied into a massive golem. Continue filling up the massive golem. Now operational, the massive golem will begin casting Matter Swap. This swaps the location of your two raid members who are farthest from each other. This has no effect on threat. You can either run back to where you were tanking your little golem, or let the little golem come to you. It's still important to keep the little golems from blinking and enraging any other golem. The massive golems also have a tank swap mechanic. They cast an AoE called Explosive Slam. Each Explosive Slam does more damage than the last, based on a debuff applied called Seared. When you finally kill a golem near the Dark Animus, it will become active. It will periodically drain one anima from every other active golem. This means the more golems you have active, the faster the Dark Animus will reach full power. If all your anima is stored in the two massive golems, the Dark Animus will only gain 2 power for each time it uses Siphon Anima. The Dark Animus will immediately begin debuffing players with Touch of the Animus, causing these players to take 30,000 damage every 2 seconds until the encounter ends. The Dark Animus will immediately begin debuffing players with Touch of the Animus, causing these players to take 30,000 damage every 2 seconds until the encounter ends. At 50 power, the Dark Animus gains Anima Font, which will further corrupt the target already affected by Touch of the Animus. This will cause these players to discharge dodgeable fireballs, shown on the ground as a pulsing red cloud. These fireballs deal significant damage and must be avoided. At 75 power, the Dark Animus will begin casting Interrupting Jolt, which causes massive raid damage and interrupts all spells being cast. Upon reaching 100 power, the Dark Animus will begin shooting players at random for 500,000 damage. Avoid this by stocking up a healthy amount of anima in massive golems before activating the Dark Animus.